Hello, welcome, I'm Scrumpy. This is episode 30 of our Let's Play as the Danish Raiders. Thanks for joining me. We've been enjoying ourselves, basically pillaging away over in Paris, but unfortunately a rebel army has formed over here in, I think it's Volgast, isn't it? Yeah, Volgast. So we need to go and deal with that. We've also, as is so often the case in Crusader Kings, we've been having so much fun that we've sort of taken our eyes off a few other matters, and they do need to be addressed. So my view on this is that we should do that now. So one of the things that we can do is we can settle a tribe over here in the Polish lands in Posen. So we'll do that. We've also got some tech we can sort out, so religious customs, which will give us temple vassal opinion +2. Absolutely worth having. We've got improved keeps, town infrastructure, castle infrastructure, trade practices, construction. Looking at this, we've already got improved keeps to a reasonable level. I think we'll take construction, and we've still got some points. So town infrastructure will unlock toll booth, mustering grounds, market city 3, large market city 5, improved keeps. Could go again on, but that's actually quite a big level up compared to where the other ones are. Port 2, not too worried about at the moment. We'll go for town infrastructure and get the extra buildings. We've still got points, so we'll go for trade practices. On laws, we've got the option now to go up to medium tribal organisation, so the power of vassals and liege chiefs would be somewhat balanced as opposed to today, where chiefs have limited power over their vassals. The effects would be we could do revocation of infidel titles for free, and we can enable medium centralisation laws for dukes and above. Now clearly we're a king, multiple king, so we'll have medium centralisation laws available, although it's going to take us 10 years for the laws screen to unlock again. There will be a penalty for unreformed pagan tribes, -10, so we'll be looking to sort that out, but we're already working pretty hard on making sure any unreformed characters become reformed pagan characters, and we're doing that through a mixture of ways. We are using guardianship to ensure that children that are currently part of the old Germanic faith are being tutored by people of the new Germanic faith. So we're sort of we're brainwashing the children. We're also proselytizing in provinces where the old Germanic faith exists. Clearly also, because our we're going to go for this, by the way, because our vassals are the top level should all be of the new Germanic faith. I think what we'll have there is the effect that they will be looking to convert any characters below them in their faith that are of the old faith. So all the new ones will be working on the old ones as well as me doing the same thing. So we should see a reformation over time. Good. One of the downsides of reforming is that our retinue cap drops slightly. So currently, technically, we're over our retinue cap, and as if our retinue was to become lowered, I'm not quite sure it would top up. No, I think we might still keep 400, but we can't grow it at the moment anyway, and it'll be a little while. Just looking at our prisoners, we've got Julienne here, just 10 gold. We're not going to worry about that. We'll keep her for now. We've got a couple of marriages to sort out for my sisters. So we've got a couple that have come of age, matrilineal, and what I'm looking for here is I want to keep them in my court because they're good characters, and I wish to use them for guardianship, for tutoring, and there aren't very good options for patrilineal marriage. It's not good alliances available, so we'll go for matrilineal. What I don't want to do is marry them to one of my own sons, because that feels, even by my standards, that's a little bit wrong. I don't want to marry them to anyone landed, because otherwise, like with my first sister, they will just keep disappearing off to other people's courts. But equally, I don't want to marry them to somebody that's such a nobody that we take a massive prestige hit. So what we're looking for here is people that haven't got that aren't landed, but aren't nobodies. So they need to be of a great house. So there's actually two candidates here, and there's one here as well that are great houses, but not landed. Start with you. So yeah, that's good. So because he's not landed, she should stay in our court. And we're actually going to gain a bit of prestige, because House Dregovich is a very prestigious household, and it's matrilineal, so we'll go for that. My other half sister, again matrilineal. We've got this guy and we've got this guy. Let's try Yadne. 14. We'll actually gain 14 prestige because House Hazabid is prestigious. Good. And he's a relative of the High Chief, so we're not going to lose too much prestige. So actually overall it's a net gain there, and she should stay in my court in that instance, which is really positive. You might have noticed the font has changed. I've installed a mod that makes the fonts easier to read. It's called something like the more readable font mod. I will get the exact name and put it in the description. I think it's worth having because I'm getting a little older, it's fair to say, and I'm still in denial that I don't need glasses when probably I do. Right, so back to the war. We are needing to get... We've got nowhere near enough troops here to deal with this rebellion. We need to get our troops into position. We've got a bunch of troops up here and we've got a bunch of troops down there. Let's get out of Paris. Pick those, get out of Paris, put them on the boats in the Seine and take them round to Volgast. Let's on the way, let's try and pick up the Danish army that are based in Jylland. And we'll pick up the guys in Newland and in... Yeah, that's good, and we'll take them round. Happy with that. So let's do that now. Let's raise up some boats. Round you go. So let's send the boats that have been raised up in Slesvig and take them round to Alfheim. Let's get them right into port. Let's let the game tick on. Market town has been built in Jylland. That's really good. Oh dear. So one of my guardianships has failed, and it's an important one. It's an heir. Somebody's going to become my vassal, so I need to come back to Einar in a minute. It's possibly because the guardian didn't have enough. He had too many wards already. Good, and my half sister's going to get married. Good. Oh, my spy master says the people of Constantinople have progressed beyond our own technological level. He has managed to study their advancements, and the documents enclosed here should help us reach their level. I hope you will find this to your satisfaction. Absolutely, sir, I will. And let's see if we get any. We've got a 33% chance of gaining military tech, 33% chance of gaining economic, and 33% chance of gaining cultural. We're on 146, 109 at 2.2. Let's see what happens. We got military tech, which is great. And while we're here, let's have a go at that. We could upgrade siege, cavalry, or light. Well, light infantry is useful, but it's not particularly useful. Not as useful as heavy, which we've already upgraded. Cavalry is good when you're for pursuing. Siege equipment is good both offensively and defensively, in that if you're being sieged, it makes it easier for the besiegers, easier for the defenders, and harder for the attackers. And when we're on the offense, it makes it easier for us to siege down. So we'll take that. Siege speed plus 10%, siege defense plus 10%. Good. We do need to come back to Einar in a minute. Good, good, good. My other half-sister is now married as well, matrilineally. As you can see, I've been doing some guardianship work. The Lords of Denmark have approved the institution of the Medium Tribal Organisation Law. Fantastic. So we have become a medium tribal organisation. Brilliant. Right. Let's get these boats sorted a sec. Let's go around and pick up the troops in Jylland. So the boats in the sun are going to go around to Jylland. We have the boats have arrived in the Kattegat Sea, and we'll pick up my retinue troops from the sort of Norwegian Swedish coastline. Let's send those boats down into this county of Vel. But on their way though, let's pick up these other troops in Jylland. So let some time tick along here. We can pick these guys up in Jylland. Oh, don't want to disband them, I want to put them in the boats. Let's go and pick these troops up as well on Bergendal. Oh my goodness, it's hard to say. Bergendalholm. Yeah, we are getting our forces ready, I promise, for the big battle. Good. A fleet bearing some loot has returned from raiding. 42 gold, 42 prestige, and another 61 gold, 61 prestige. So we're at 341 wealth now. Excellent. And we picked up all our forces from Western Europe. Let's head round to Vel. All our forces are on that boat into Vel as well. Let's move these troops into Vel. Send the guys around from Stettin into Brandenburg. We're beginning to mass up here. Beginning to form up. Here we go, boys. Right. Into Vel with you as well. We've now got really quite a force amassing in Vel. We've got over 3,000 troops. We need to take them all off Luta in order that we can merge them up and put our greatest attacker in. Am I scarred? I'm still wounded, so I dare not put myself in at the moment. I'm going to take myself out of fighting until my wound is healed, otherwise I might die. Let's look to who to put in. Who should we put in the front there? We've got some good options for really good options for commanders. It's probably Ovte because he's got lead in the centre, 38% plus heavy foot troops, 38%. And we've got plenty of other good ones. Anunda on one side. And we'll go for Solvi on the other side. I think we start to attack immediately. And we send everybody we've got in. These boats can all be stood down. Because they're costing us money. Let's let this battle commence. In we go. It's a war I think we'll win relatively easily. We outnumber them 3-1. Ah, my liege. I'm pleased to report the success of my mission to Holstein. The majority of the population have been converted to the Germanic faith. Your humble seer, Godi Porter of Knutske. So my Godi, my seer, has been successful in his attempt to convert the Germanic faith in Holstein, or Holstein, which is this county here. So if we look at religion, it's now the right colour. I'd like to go over to Danzig, and I'd also like to work here as well. let's send him in to proselytize in this county of Jylland. We gain piety for that as well. The battle rages on. In Volgast, we are crushing them. This is going to be an easy win. And with it, the end of the rebel forces. Pause game. We gain prestige and we gain some military tech there. Let's offer peace. Enforce demands. We'll gain 20 prestige and we can imprison the rebel. And the peasant revolt for Volgast has ended. We have won. Game is paused. Stand down all our troops. Not our retinue. I don't want to stand down my retinue, please. Need I need to get my retinue out of this, don't I? Ah, they're both retinue. Ah, it must be other people's troops. Got it. Got it. So our retinue's mixed in there. Let's send the retinue to Jylland. Good. I think we'll end this episode here. Thanks for joining me. Next episode will probably be... we're continuing, if you may recall, on our path to see the realm prosper. So we're not going to be fighting for another... until 900, so another 4 years. So another 4 years without major warring, but we will be doing lots and lots of raiding to get our wealth as high as possible and our prestige as high as possible. We'll do some more carousing as well next turn. See you next time. Cheers guys, bye.